Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Profit Plays podcast here on our YouTube channel. Today is January 1st. Happy New Year to everyone out there. Guys, we have a couple games to discuss as well as 2 membership giveaways for our YouTube community for showing their love and support. So we have one giveaway we will do first. This giveaway is from our Christmas Day NBA prop video. We said first 20 people to comment will be entered into winning a 1-month membership to our website. So we're going to do that right now. We're going to spin that wheel and get things rolling early. So, Trey, if you want to give that thing a spin.
Drum roll, please.
No drum roll for me. I can't do it.
All right, let's see who the lucky person is. Good luck, everybody. Rainmaker 26.
Rainmaker 26. All right, if you would reach out to us on Twitter, DM us, and we can get you set up with that 1-month free membership. You can find us on Twitter at Bears Profit, or if you don't have a Twitter, just comment on this video. We can get in touch with you that way. But our second giveaway we will do at the end of the show. That giveaway was from the 26th of December. We decided to do that one because you guys crushed the like button on the Christmas Day video. That giveaway, we just took 20 random comments from that video, and we're going to spin that wheel for that giveaway at the end of the show. So before we do that giveaway, we have Monday Night Football to discuss with player props for the Monday Night Football game and 2 bowl games for Monday with player props for the Monday college football slate. So let's get into the Monday Night Football game. We have a good one this week. Bills versus Bengals. Buffalo is -1.5. Over-under is set at 49.5. Before I send it off to Trey, weather's supposed to be 90% chance of rain and a little windy, not too cold. So, Trey, go ahead.
Yeah, the Bengals as home pups. Who would have saw that coming? And they're rather healthy at the moment. Just got their stud defensive end, Trey Hendrickson, back. So I really love the Bengals here, especially at home. The Bills are 1-4 ATS versus a team with a winning record. And the Bengals are 5-0 ATS in their last 5 home games. And the underdog in this matchup is 7-2 ATS in their last 9 games. My gut said go with the Bengals here, and the trends back that up.
Teats?
I'm on the same page. I think that the Bengals have been a very good second half of the season football team. They're always a force to be reckoned with, especially when they're healthy. They've got most of their playmakers at 100% or very close to it. The Bills have been kind of clawing their way towards the top of the AFC East, trying to hold on to a potential number 1 spot. But the Bengals just have quite a bit of momentum going into this game.
All right, I don't want to do it, but I have a bone to pick with Josh Allen. I know he's human, and I like Josh Allen. I was a fan of his at Wyoming, but lately he's making some bad decisions, and I can't back the Bills anymore. Buffalo's a great team. Allen's a great quarterback, but lately Allen has been making some dumb plays, trying to extend plays. So I'm going to stick with the Bengals money line. We're going to start with a sweep of the Bengals money line. Could be a good sign, could be a bad sign, but Joe Cool, big game for him on Monday night. They've been red hot, one of the best teams in the NFL, just like the Bills, not saying they aren't good. But I think it will be a great game. But Allen's going to make some mistakes again late, and it's going to cost him the game. So I'm going to go Bengals money line. Let's move on to some NFL or Monday Night Football player props. Let's make that switch to prize picks. And Teats, I'll start with you.
See, I didn't fully know about the weather situation. I've said it. I'm not a huge person with weather being a huge factor. Football still's played. Game plans may change. There may not be as deep of a pass down field a lot of times, but overall, rain or snow or shine, football's played, and football's played at a high level, especially in the NFL. So the first one I'm going to go with is going to be Joe Mixon over 78.5 rushing and receiving yards. I'm going to go with the whole idea that rain will affect this game. So what are they going to do? They're going to run the rock quite a bit, and they're going to probably have a lot of checkdowns. And Joe Mixon has been doing a pretty solid job out of the backfield as a receiving option for Joe Burrow. As you can see, Joe Mixon has hit this number 3 of the last 5 times, but the 3 times he's hit it like way over that mark, including the 211 against Carolina. Joe Mixon, speaking of a second half football team, Joe Mixon himself is a second half of the season football player. He typically comes alive towards the end of the season, and then when the playoffs come, he is a force to be reckoned with. So I think 78.5 yards, even against a good Bills team, Bills defense team, I think is still very, very doable. The other one, I will throw some love to the Bills defense in this situation. I'm going to take them over sacks, 2+ sacks in this situation. The Bengals defense or offensive line has been pretty much not good most of the season, most of the years. It doesn't matter what year it is, they're typically not great. And the Bills front seven is pretty solid. So I think that Joe Burrow is going to be rushed quite a bit. 2.5, 3 sacks is a very easy number to take.
Teats, I like those picks, and I actually have one of them, but David has commented what he should bet on right now. So I'm gonna give David some advice right now. I think Ravens just took a 10-3 lead going into the half. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
They did. Yeah,
I'd say, David, I'm going Pitt money line for the game. They need it more than the Ravens. You guys have anything for them?
I mean, I had Steelers money line pregame, so I think that's a good bet because the Ravens definitely have not looked very good. The Steelers haven't looked as good, but they've at least looked somewhat competent.
Teats?
I'm looking at the spread right now, and if you don't feel good with the money line on at least DraftKings is looking at plus 260 for the Steelers. The spread's 6.5. So the Steelers have too much to lose in this game. The Ravens are just wanting to win because it's the Ravens. They're at home, and it's a rivalry conference game. But other than that, I think the Steelers have a reason to come out and play the second half.
Yeah, and Christian said, how about them Niners? That was a great game. 49ers barely pulled it out. Props to the Raiders for making that a game, and they could have rolled over and died, but good for them.
Jarrett who? Yeah,
Jarrett who? Jarrett versus Brock Purdy. Who would have thought that would have been the best game of the day? But I'm going to go ahead and go next with player props for Monday Night Football. My first one's going to be Josh Allen to throw an interception. Like I said, Allen has been sloppy with the ball lately. He's forcing things a little bit too much, trying to make things happen. I think he tossed an interception in this game, so that's what I'll start with. My second prop, just like Teats, Buffalo defense over 2 sacks. Bengals are 12th worst in sacks allowed this year. They are near the middle of the pack, and they've been much better at protecting their franchise quarterback this year than last year. Buffalo gets to the quarterback, though. 38 sacks for Buffalo in the season. That's 2.4 a game, give or take a decimal point. So I like the number for this game. Bad weather game is usually good for defense, so give me the Bills over 2 sacks. Trey?
Yeah, I'm just going to give you guys one prop for Monday Night Football, and it's going to be receiving touchdowns and Jamar Chase over a half one. I do expect him to grab one tomorrow night. I know, like Bear said, the weather is going to be not so good, but regardless, Joe Burrow does have the arm to pierce through the rain, and rain doesn't really affect, passing as much as like heavy wind does. So I do love Jamar Chase to get over a half touchdown, which means he's going to score one tomorrow. Monday Night Football, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase are both going to want to show up. So give me that touchdown.
I like that, Trey. Let's move on to our Monday College Bowl games. We have 2 games to discuss. The first one is going to be the Cotton Bowl, Tulane versus USC. USC is -2. Over under is 63.5. Teats, I'll start with you.
Yeah, I was looking into this game. I know that Jordan Addison will be sitting out of this game. I know Caleb Williams is questionable. He will most likely be playing, but he is still pretty banged up from the previous game. So I'm going to do something that I have been doing all season, and I'm going to actually fade USC in this game. I'm taking Tulane plus 1.5. I've said it. I think that Pat Riley he's a great coach, but he chokes in big time situations. If they would have won their conference championship, we may be seeing USC playing a different team, maybe, yesterday, but alas, here we are. They have some of the best offensive players in the country, but they still lost a game. Now they're playing Tulane for a bowl game that, although it's pretty big, some people might not look at it because it's not a national championship bowl game. Tulane has a lot to prove. Tulane has done really great this season. I'm going with Tulane plus 1.5.
Yeah, and for me, USC has too many question marks to be the favorite in this game. They're going to be without their leading rusher and leading receiver, like you said, Addison and Dye. And it looks like Caleb Williams will play, but we aren't sure what we're going to get with his hamstring injury. He couldn't walk against Utah. And if it flares up again, Tulane will dominate in this game. Also, it looks like the USC O-line will be missing some players as well. Tulane has a top 25 offense in the nation, and I think it's enough to win this game. So I'm going to go Tulane money line to beat USC. Trey?
Yeah, I'm a K-State fan, so I know how good Tulane is. Tulane beat K-State early in the year, and I was like, why are we losing to this bum team? And then Tulane just continued to string off wins, and I was like, okay, Tulane is actually a really good team. And then they won their conference, and here they are playing in the Cotton Bowl. So I'm going to go Tulane money line. I'm going to match Bear on this. USC just has too much question marks. They have a lot of star power sitting out of this game, and the trends are not good. USC is 0-5 ATS in their last 5 bowl games. USC is 1-11 ATS in their last 12 neutral site games. Tulane, on the other hand, is 8-1 ATS versus a team with a winning record. And Tulane is 15-3 ATS in their last 18 games overall. Tulane has been a monster this year. USC has been good, but there's too many question marks. Give me Tulane money line.
All right, so we're sweeping with Tulane again. Ryan in the comments said T. Higgins over receiving yards lock. What do you guys think?
I do recognize the fact that T. Higgins has kind of been their most consistent wide receiver one this season. Jamar Chase been beat up, and Jamar Chase, give or take, he could have a 200-yard receiving game with 3 touchdowns, or he'll get shut down with like 12 yards for 2 catches. T. Higgins has just been the guy to consistently be looked at. So I think that whatever that number is, I feel like I like it.
Yeah, and it's at 68.5. I was looking at his recent game log. He has 3 games over 114 yards in the last 5 games. So, I mean, I like Jamar Chase to get a touchdown because I like Joe Burrow to pierce through the rain. So I can't say under on T. Higgins because he's been hot right now. So I like the over.
All right, with you guys, I'll take the over as well. How to enter the giveaway? We've already done the enter giveaway. It was the first 20 comments on our NBA prop video and the 20 random comments on the December 26th video. So if you commented on those videos, you are entered. If you're one of the 20, you are already entered. We're going to do that giveaway right after this game. It's going to be the last game of the night for us. The Rose Bowl, Penn State versus Utah. Utah is -1.5. Over under is set at 53. I'm going to go first because this is my member lock for tomorrow on BearsProfitPlays.com. So if you want to read about my pick in this game, come check us out. But I'll kick it to Trey.
Yeah, this game is another game where there's a lot of star power sitting out of it. So I'm going to just follow my gut here, and I'm going to go Penn State money line at -104. Penn State is 6-0 ATS in their last 6 games overall. They're also 5-1 ATS versus a team with a winning record. Meanwhile, Utah is a 1-4 ATS versus a team with a winning record. I know Penn State has some studs sitting out of this game, but Utah has some studs too that are sitting out. So I'm going to go with Penn State in the Big Ten in this matchup.
Teats?
I'm going to go against Trey in this one, but I'm going to take Utah at -1.5. Specifically, we're looking at Parker Washington and Joey Porter, both opposite sides of the ball for Penn State. A wide receiver and a cornerback are sitting out. Utah is missing Kincaid, their tight end, but I feel like Penn State has been very do or die at the quarterback this season. Running game has been pretty strong, but missing your number one target and also missing your number one cornerback makes it very difficult to be locking down. So I think that Utah will end up winning this game, but I think they'll win by probably a field goal.
All right, let's move on to player props for Monday college games, and then we will do the last giveaway of the night. Teats, I'll start with you on these player props.
So I've got 2. I got them quarterbacks, so we can stay straight on the screen. It's literally in the same game. I'm actually going to go Caleb Williams under 312.5 passing yards. He has been very good this season. He's looking as a really high up, if not the Heisman guy for next year. And yeah, he won it this year, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. So he's the Heisman this year, and honestly, he could probably repeat next year if they want to allow him. As you can see with his stats, the dude is ridiculous. He's hit this mark 3 out of the 5 times. One game against UCLA, he threw for 470. Crazy. But you're missing Jordan Addison. Your number 1 running back has been out for a while. You're banged up yourself. You can't be as mobile. And this Tulane defense is definitely going to be in your face most of the game. I think that he's going to kind of find himself. Not going to say he's going to throw for 100 yards, but 312.5 is just going to be too big. But I'm going to kind of flip that with Michael Pratt. I'm going to go over his 232.5 passing yards. I just feel like if Tulane wants to win this game, they're going to have to move the ball because USC is very good at moving the ball. And if they do find themselves in a situation where they're down at any given time, they're going to have to rely on the pass. And Michael Pratt's been doing pretty great at the passing game. 394 against UCF. 236 against UCF. So UCF was kind of he had their number, but not the best against Cincinnati, SMU, or Tulsa. But you know what? It's all good.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go next. I have 1 player prop for Monday bowl games, and it's going to be Caleb Williams under 29.5 rushing yards. Williams is the Heisman. He's a great player, but his O-line is banged up, and he's banged up. I think he's going to try to run a little bit in this game, and he may hit over 30 rushing yards. But in college, sacks count as negative rushing yards, and I think he's going to take some sacks in this game. USC is 77th in sacks allowed in college football, so he will take some sacks in this game against Tulane. So I'm going to take Caleb Williams under 29.5 rushing yards as my lock for Monday's bowl games. Trey?
Yeah, looking at these negative, like Will Rogers -10.5. Ooh, that's honestly pretty juicy. I might pick that one, but I'm going to keep with Teats with this pick. I'm going to go with Michael Pratt over on his passing yards at 232.5. He's been up and down this season, but like Teats said, he did almost throw for 400 yards in the conference championship game last month against UCF. And I think he's going to be trying to keep it up against USC in their depleted secondary. Like Teats said, I'm going to just back him on everything he said, honestly. It's going to be good either way because if it's a competitive game, USC is going to be scoring a lot of points, so Michael Pratt's going to be throwing for a lot of yards. If USC blows him out, then Michael Pratt's still going to be throwing for a lot of yards. So give me 232.5. I like the over there, and let's hope me and Teats go 2-0 on that pick.
All right, that's our Monday player props for college football. I saw Ryan said, I'm also biased for T. Higgins because he's in my fantasy championship. Yeah, we understand that. So we're gonna
not bring up fantasy championships right now. I'm having a rough day. Come on, comments, do not do that, please.
We will ride T. Higgins over just for him. JR, what's up, man? How you doing? He said he's keeping it simple, taking the over in the Bengals game tomorrow. I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all.
I don't hate it either.
You know, it's at 49.5, and I was trying to stay away from that because I could see it just landing right on 48, 49, or 50, honestly. But JR, he's usually right.
All right, let's do the last giveaway for our month membership to BearsProfitPlays.com. This giveaway, we just took 20 random comments from the NBA prop video after Christmas on the 26th. So let's spin that wheel. We will end the show so you guys can get back to Sunday Night Football or some NBA games if you're watching. So let's spin that wheel, Trey.
All right. Good luck, everybody. If you're in the comments, good luck.
Big money, no whammies.
Nathan Maldonado, 3308.
Congrats.
Nathan, congratulations, man. If you'd reach out to us on Twitter, DM us, and we can get you set up with that 1 month free membership. You can find us on Twitter at Bears Profit. Or if you don't have a Twitter, just comment on this video. We can get in touch with you that way. But that will do it for our weekend recap and our Monday picks, predictions, and player props. If you guys enjoyed the content, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel below. We'll see you guys next video, and thanks for watching.